There is considerable uncertainty, but in the here and now, I just want to take a step back, Tamor, and just take a look at some of the defining issues across the political landscape leading up to this election. And a shorthand way of thinking about this is an election like no other. This is an election that's been brought to you by the letter M, if you remember Sesame Street, and M for military, for monarchy, for money, for masses, and even for marijuana. So that just gives you a glimpse of the issues at stake here. And it's really about finding an equilibrium between all of these factors. Now, my crew and I, we spent yesterday going up and down Bangkok and visiting a number of different polling booths and talking to Thai voters. And we filed this report. Young Thais want change and greater democracy.
I think within the past, many young people in Thailand pay attention more about the political issue. And I think this time, most of them, maybe more than 80%, they're trying to vote this time, and because they want to change their future.
Many want to break from the conservative political establishment of military rule. The younger generation are also challenging unquestioned loyalty of the revered monarchy and the strict laws that protect the royal family from insult and criticism. Building the green economy and developing Thailand's digital capacity also matter.
I think in Thailand we lack innovation, startups. Most of the investments has been from foreign countries investing, but we don't really have a lot of, let's say, unicorn startups. We think we have one only in Thailand, while compared to countries like Singapore, Taiwan, South Korea, with a lot of startups, a lot of big startups, big tech startups.
This will be a referendum on the incumbent Prime Minister Jegarajah, who took power in a military coup in 2014. To be sure, the Prayuth government has upgraded Thailand's infrastructure, expanded the digital economy, and managed to contain the COVID crisis. Still, Thailand's post-economic rebound has lagged its ASEAN neighbours, and the benchmark SET stock index is Asia's worst performer so far this year, reflecting some uncertainty about Thailand's political and economic future.
I think the economy has suffered quite a lot, and I think a lot of people are looking forward to see changes, like especially us who are business owners. We definitely got affected in every sector. We have quite a few businesses that we do, and hopefully the party that we choose with their promises, that we will, bring back Thailand to step up with and balance with other countries.
The wild card overshadowing this election is talk of the return of former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, who went into self-imposed exile after he was ousted by the military in 2006. Thaksin's daughter, Pitongtang Shinawatra, is a leading prime ministerial candidate for the opposition Pheu Thai party. Aside from the bread and butter issues dominating this election, there are the oddities, of course, including a fierce debate surrounding the regulation of recreational marijuana use for sale, for example, in this cannabis cafe in downtown Bangkok. A fitting image, perhaps, for the highs and lows of this campaign. Tamor, so just as a little bit of local colour, one of the staunchest advocates of recreational marijuana, Anutin, he went to vote wearing a rather fetching cannabis motif shirt. So that just gives you an idea of the issues, and particularly the appeal amongst young voters. Over 3 million first-time voters aged between 18 to 22, and a number of issues that they do care about, including conscription, which was a big talking point, and the challenge, as I said, of the monarchy and the possible amendment of the very strict laws governing insult and criticism of the royal family, lèse majesté. But in the here and now, it looks as if the opposition do have the numbers, but not quite, as I said, and let's keep stressing this, because this is an important factor when you look at Thai politics and the intricacies of the final decision. It has to really get through the Senate, the 250-member military-appointed Senate, and Move Forward Party have to negotiate with multiple camps, including Pheu Thai, including Thaksin's camp. And remember, when I say Thaksin, I mean his daughter, Pitongtong Shinawat. But Thaksin is the wild card here, as I said. He could very well come back to Thailand in July and shake things up even further. And that could be something of a headache for progressives in their efforts to try to form the next government and a move and a transition towards democratic rule.
What about Prayut himself as a wild card, Sri? Because he has proven in the past 10 years to be fairly adept at manipulating the system, of manipulating the electoral infrastructure. And I'm just wondering to what extent he might try that again at this point.
Yes, well, running into these results, the military did go on record and say there will not be a coup and we will respect the results. And I've got to say, initial reports suggest that the mood was quite somber in terms of the junta parties, in terms of the ruling parties in their camp, in their campaign headquarters. There was uneaten food, people were just filing out, and the mood was quite downbeat. So perhaps there is a sense of, well, this is it, we're closing the chapter. But then again, I think perhaps the reason, and by the way, Prayut Chan-o-cha has said that he would respect what the people have said at the polling booth, and he would respect the will of the people. But perhaps one of the reasons why he is so relaxed is because he has this legacy of the constitutional amendments that he has made in the parliamentary system, and that is a very sizable block of the Senate, of 250-member Senate, that are military appointed, that will arguably vote in his favour. That being said, some of those senators may see the writing on the wall and may see that the mood is moving in Thailand towards democracy and away from conservatism, and may choose to throw in their lot with the opposition and with the progressives and move forward. So there's the scope for potential volatility, let me say, as these negotiations to and fro between now and July, which is when we should see the ultimate result and the ultimate outcome of all of this manoeuvring, Taimur. So that could be a factor that also could manifest itself short term in the markets and with regard to the Thai economy as well.
The mood that you speak of, though, Sri, is the mood of the public, and they have made their views fairly clear over this election. But the uncertainty is still the mood of the establishment, because, as you say, Prayut has put in place structures, infrastructures, parliamentary procedures that benefit him. And then there's the role of the monarchy. Now, again, the public have suggested that they want to see some amendments there, but the role of the monarchy and its relationship with Prayut and with the political parties has always been great. Has there been much talk about what role the monarchy has played in this election and how they feel about this suggestion that their role should be changed?
No, the monarchy has been very quiet on this issue. And remember, in recent Thai politics and in recent history, they have been ultimately the circuit breakers, and they've brought a degree of stability. But there is a real sense in Thai politics that they are one of the same, that the conservative institutions of the monarchy and the military go hand in hand. And to a large degree, they are part of the political and public landscape of Thai life. But there is a real sense here, and you saw this in 2020 with Thais on the streets, especially once again a younger demographic who were saying, well, look, we need to reform these institutions. And that really seems to be the clarion call of the Move Forward party and the progressives. It's going to be piecemeal. It's going to take time because they are so deeply entrenched. But there certainly is momentum in the minds of the younger Thais.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.